Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Bottom at Christmas Challenge with Brighton. So in the last episode we had a look at our squad, we had a look at a few things, created a tactic for Brighton and played our opening game against Tottenham Hotspur, which ended 0-0, which was an absolutely fantastic result away from home. In today's episode we have Fulham at home, which is a very, very winnable game, and then West Ham away, which is a bit more difficult, but it's two games against sides that are in and around us in the league. So as you can see, Fulham are in 14th position, having won 3 games, drawn 10 and lost 6 so far in the league. And West Ham are actually in the relegation zone on 15 points. So home game against Fulham, it's not going to be easy. They are playing better than we are. We've won 1 game all season. But I think after one draw against Tottenham Hotspur, it has gave me a little bit of a boost in terms of confidence going forward with this Brighton squad. I have made a couple of little minor changes to the tactic. I am going to play Montoya as an attacking wing-back. He is going to be bombing forward with Knockout filling in the space up and around these sort of areas. I am maybe thinking about Izquierdo. He isn't rated as highly as our other left-sided players. He did just catch my eye basically down to his pace. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But we are actually straight away into today's game. I did play on to this point, so we'll quick select and see what's happening here. I do not want Duffy not being our stopping centre half. He cannot do the covering job at central defender. Montoya, Bernardo is now back. He didn't play the first game. I think he missed out due to injury. Now, who do I play in defensive midfield? Kayal is more natural ball-winning midfielder, but I think Dale Stephens is just a better player in general. He's got the tackle and yeah, I'm playing Dale Stephens. I'm not going to listen to my assistant on this one. Pascal Gross is our top scorer. He is going to play in the defensive deep line playmaker role in the centre of midfield. Davy Proper, Anthony Knockout, Solly March. Do I play Solly March or I'm going to play Izquierdo for now? I'm going to stick with my guns and hope that pace will see us through. And Antonio will start up front. So we get into the match. Fulham playing the same formation as every EI manager seems to do. 4-2-3-1 wide. Vieto, Mitrovic, Schürrle, Kearney, Seri, Nordved, Sessegnon, Le Machon, Mawson, Callum Chambers and Sergio Rico. How good is Fulham's squad on Football Manager? I've never actually paid much attention to it at all. Le Marchand's maybe a little bit of a weak spot. Physically he's not fantastic. Mentally he's okay. Technically he's okay as well. I think they'll probably match us man for man in terms of raw attributes. But whether that results in a well-placed team, we'll wait and see. I actually still haven't got an assistant manager yet. The assistant manager we went in for in the last episode rejected the contract offer from us and decided to stay. I think it was at Ipswich. So I have made an offer for another man and hopefully he will be in soon. But we'll just kick off today's game. I don't know what camera angle I want to play. So I'm just going to play it back to director so it's a bit closer to the action and we'll just leave it at that. So obviously home games are going to be absolutely huge for us going forward. I think Football Manager really does put a big emphasis on home and away teams. When you are a team low down in the league, home games are just where you're going to pick up the vast majority of your points. And the early stages are not looking particularly kind in terms of us. They're looking like they're having a few more shots, a bit more possession. So with that in mind, I am actually going to go to a cautious mentality. Have us sit back a little bit deeper and try and catch them on the break. Highlight now, Seri with a corner for Fulham. It's played in, it's cleared by Dunk. Vieto back out to Seri. This awful camera angle. Do not give away a penalty. Montoya clears and Antonio brings it down really well and drives at Ryan Sessegnon. He gets past him. The ball's in the box. Oh, come on, Izquierdo. Oh, what a save that is by the goalkeeper. Izquierdo should be putting that in the back of the net and we should be 1-0 up. And that's the kind of counter-attack and stuff that we might end up seeing in games where we're not keeping that much possession. And there we are. That is half-time. 0-0. We're going to say to the boys, I'm far from pleased with what I've seen from this team. Antonio is a little bit demotivated by that, but everybody else has reacted positively. So hopefully we can see a better second half. There's a highlight straight from kickoff and it still hasn't ended. 30 seconds in, it's usually done by now if it's not going to lead to anything. So maybe this might lead to something. Montoya now driving down this right-hand side. Knockout's trying to find the space. He's found him. Go on, Knockout. Put that in the back of the net. Rico again with a massive save. And it was a chance. And unfortunately, there's 2 clear-cut chances we have failed to convert. Knockout with the corner in. It's cleared by Callum Chambers. And that's the end of highlight. Highlight now, 51st minute in. Mitrovic picks up the ball for Fulham. Duffy manages to get it clear and Knockyart in acres of space. He switches the play to his Credo. Play that ball through. Antonio was through there. It's back post to Knockyart. Can he get the shot in? He can. And Anthony Knockyart gets his 5th goal of the season. An assist for his Credo. And we are 1-0 up. 5 minutes into the second half. Absolutely fantastic play by Knockyart to switch the play onto this left-hand side. I'm not sure exactly what happens with his shot, but Knockyart brings it down. He shoots. Who did that hit? Was it a defender? It looked like it was Andonia to me, but Knockyart has been credited with the goal. Breathe. 3 points. 20 minutes to go, and I am getting a bit itchy. I do want to make some changes. Davy Propper is going to come off for Kial in the centre, and we're going to move him into defensive midfield and bring Dale Stevens in there, and we'll see what Dale likes to box-to-box midfield and centre midfield. That'll absolutely fine by me. Pascal Gross is struggling a little bit, but we're going to keep him on for now. In terms of any other substitutions, I maybe want to take off Andonier. Hasn't had the best game. I've got Locardia on the bench, so we'll bring him on. We'll see what he likes to play as. We'll play him as a complete forward. I don't think I really want him pushing the end of that line. I want him to get involved in the play a little bit whilst we are trying to build up. 12 minutes to go. It's another corner for Fulham. We've defended them well so far. And Knockyart picks up the ball from Duncan Locardia's away down this left-hand side. I don't think he's got much in the terms of support. It is arriving now, though. Knockyart's back post. Is that offside? It is not offside. And Knockyart gets his 2nd goal of the game. 6th goal of the season. Assist from Locardia. Another counter-attacking goal. Whew, lads. This job's easy, isn't it? 3 points. 2nd game in charge. Laughing. I will see about that in the next game. But Knockyart, fantastic volley. Great cross by Locardia. And a great counter-attacking goal. With 5 minutes to go, we are just going to take off whoever's struggling the most. Bernardo can come off for Bong at left back. And it looks like that is going to be it for the game against Fulham. A really, really, really professional 2-0 home win against Fulham. It's the sort of games we're going to have to win if we are to stay in this league. And 4 points from our first 2 games is just beyond my wildest expectations. Brighton find inspiration in Knockyart. We certainly do. And we've got to make sure we are praising players after matches just to try and lift the morale, because it's still going to be low even though we've won. Nobody else really played incredibly. I might risk praising Montoya. Sometimes this can... I can't even do it. Yes, I can. Praise player. Praise last game. There you are. I've praised his passing. That's boosted his morale a little bit. And hopefully overall that'll just improve our morale as a squad. As you can see here, it's looking a lot better than when we took over. So I am going to rest the players from training for 1 day. We have West Ham in 3 days' time on the 1st of January, just before the January transfer window opens. And obviously I am planning to do things in the January transfer window. I'm particularly looking at a goalkeeper to replace David Button and Martin Ryan. I don't think they're good enough to be Premier League goalkeepers, at least as a starter. And there's our assistant manager coming in. It's Adi Vivish, English again. He's from Coventry. He was the best that was available. So I've finally got an assistant manager who can maybe do some of the things that I don't want to do. So as this is going to be a relatively short save, I'll just take you through some of the responsibilities that I will be giving up to other staff members in Brighton's staff and team. In terms of our scouting, usually I would go through this set up by either region or country, depending on the number of scouts I had, just to search for youngsters to come in to the first team. But I'm going to set the assignments to scouting team to me chief scout, purely because I'm not going to put that much investment when I'm not going to be here in 6 months. I still haven't really tackled training on Football Manager 2019 too in depth, so I'm going to set that to me assistant manager as well. I'm going to remain in control of the individual training for first team players. Tactical briefings I'm going to hand over to my assistant manager, as I will press conferences, and director of football can handle new signing press conferences. Opposition instructions, managers friendly matches, I'm not interested in that, and that is going to be that. That's basically how I'm going to set things up. Tactical briefings, I think, did they come in at FM18 or was that FM19? I can't remember, but I've never really used them, honestly. I've always just set me stuff to take over. So we have confirmed one sale going into the January transfer window. Matias, the very, very old winger, 35-year-old Brazilian. He's leaving the club for £425,000. We're not paying any of his wages to leave either, so that should free up. So we've got £5,050,000 per week going into the January transfer window, which I think, even on its own, should be enough for us to improve the goalkeeper position. So going into today's match against West Ham, it looks like this is how they're going to set up the exact same way as we do. Now, we're intimately know about West Ham squad. We know Zabaleta is definitely a weak point in terms of his pace. If we can get Izquierdo one-on-one with Zabaleta, that would be absolutely fantastic. Aaron Creswell is a very, very good wing-back, so we're going to struggle against him down there. Mayer, he wasn't there when I was there, so he must be a signing. He's a very good centre-half. Issa Diop, Adrian, Declan Rice, fantastic. Obiang, Mark Noble are good as well. Yarmolenko and Lucas play on the left-hand side expectedly. Yeah, so we're going to go toe-to-toe with West Ham, even though they definitely have the better players. So we're going to start the exact same way we did last time. Izquierdo's going to come in on that left-hand side, and I think that's going to be it. Dale Stevens is going to start as well, although a couple of them are struggling a little bit with match fitness. Now, if I had the kind of squad I would want to have, in terms of the quality of it, anyone below 95% I will be a bit iffy on starting, but because we've only had 3 days, and I think this is our best side that we can put out, this is just going to have to do. So as expected, West Ham come at us with the 4-1-2-3 wide formation. That's 4-3-3 to me. And it is the expected starting lineup as well. No changes there. Aaron Creswell looks like he's pushing on a lot more than Pablo Zabaleta. So we're going to have to watch our right-hand side. Montoya is going to be pushing on as well. That might be a little bit of an issue. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to put my faith in the players to be able to match West Ham. We've had 2 fantastic results, so even if we do get beat today, it's not the end of the world. So we leave the tunnel and we are about to kick off against West Ham. We are shooting from left to right in this first half. Andonia gets us started and we're going down the left-hand side straight away before it ends. So let's assume we get beat today as Montoya picks up an injury, which isn't ideal. Creswell with a free kick goes very, very close. Bruised ankle. Should I get him off? I don't even think I've got right back on the bench, actually. Lucas coming down the left-hand side where Montoya is playing. Back to Mark Noble. Obiang. He's got lots of space on the right-hand side. He goes for goal. Oh, my God. That I thought that was in the back of the net. VAR rules it out just about. But I think it was a foul anyway, so I don't know why it's shown as this. But Obiang's long shot hitting the bar after a very, very good curl, and this is no good. We're not going to go on cautious, we're going to go on defensive. It's been that bad of a start for us. We need to start getting a foothold of this game if we have got any chance of getting anything from it. So we'll continue with the highlight now with Yarmolenko coming on from that right hand side to Obiang again. He's in the box. What a save again, our keeper. Even though I'm looking to replace them, they are keeping us in it as things stand. As Gross got a corner for us. Go on, Duffy. And Shane Duffy, I don't want you in my team. I don't. I want a faster centre-half. But when you do things like that, you make me feel guilty. What a fantastic ball in by Gross that was. And what a fantastic header. Completely unmarked by the West Ham defence. And I think going defensive after that highlight was definitely a good thing. But unless we start getting a foothold in this game and taking control of the ball, we're not going to be able to keep this up as Zabaleta comes forward, finds Javier Hernandez, proper gets back and gets a good challenge in. Anthony Knockout now on the right-hand side. He's got Mark Montoya. What the hell was that? Why did he slide for that ball when the West Ham player was nowhere near him? I have no idea. But Montoya finds Knockout again. Ball over the top. Andonia gets there before Diop. What a save by Adrian to keep it at 1-0. I've got to say, I am absolutely loving this. Pascal Gross get a good corner in. It's cleared by Adrian. Highlight now, Creswell on this left-hand side. Back to Javier Hernandez. Declan Rice on the edge of the box. Mark Noble, well, you know he's got a strike on him. I've seen him do it before. He switches the play to Zabaleta instead on this left-hand side. Izquierdo did nothing there to get back. Lucas hits the post again, and West Ham will be feeling absolutely hard done by with the amount of chances they've had. Andonia, Davy, are we countering here? Bernardo, get the ball in. It's a corner. Because we've already scored from a corner, I'll stick with this. Gross with the corner in. It's played in, it's cleared by Diop. Andonia on the edge though. He takes the strike and another fantastic save by Adrian. Both of the goalkeepers are keeping each side of the run in this game. Gross with the corner in again, Adrian claims. Oh, I'm all nervous because I think we're out the bottom. We're out the bottom 3 already if things stay as they are now. That's a bit of a stretch considering there's still 50 minutes to go in this game. But if things can stay as they are, I will be absolutely delighted. And I'm going to have to get Martin Montoya off at some point. I understand that he's probably one of our, if not our best player in terms of their own position. But there we are. Brighton 1, West Ham 0 in at half time. I'm absolutely fantastic with I can't speak. I'm absolutely really happy of how things are going with the team so far. We are going to stay defensive for now. There's still 40 minutes to go, and obviously West Ham have been very threatening in and of themselves. And there's another highlight, Yarmolenko on this right-hand side for them. Gets the ball in. Duffy clears. It's only as far as Obiang. Noble. Lucas flicks the ball over the top for Zabaleta on the right-hand side. Dunk clears. Oh well, lads. Get a decent header on and get clear. Oh, Montoya clears it. They are first to the ball at every single opportunity. They are well up for this. Creswell with the ball in. Yarmolenko, they've hit the bar. That's number 3. Tell you what, we're going to get Montoya off. As much as he's very good, we're going to get Balogun on. He's okay. He's more of a centre-half than he is a right-back. But we are going to now switch him to be in a preferred position for him. Wing-back he's okay at, actually, but we're going to put him on full-back on support. That makes me think I want to take off Knockyard, actually, and bring on Solly March and make him an inside forward on support. I'm going to change both of our inside forwards to support as well. Just so they drop back a little bit deeper and can maybe help mark up the wing backs who are definitely pushing on, at least in terms of Creswell. Although we've seen Zabaleta getting forward as well. 5 minutes to go. We're going to make another change. Who's struggling? Gross is struggling out there. We'll get Basuma on in his place. He's a decent playmaker. In fact, I'm not actually going to bring him on because he is a decent playmaker. I want a more defensive-minded player on. We'll get Kial on and we'll make him a ball-winning midfielder on defend. And because we've done that, we'll put Dale Stevens in a defensive midfield. He'll be the Dale Stevens away from defensive midfield into centre midfield. Kial will be the defensive midfielder and Dale Stevens will be the box-to-box in the centre, and Davy Proper will become a supporting Mezzala. I am just sort of turtling up right now. I don't know if you noticed. I'm going to keep on defensive though, not very defensive. It's 2 minutes left and there's a highlight. And West Ham are currently in possession. Masuaku plays at the ball. Noble. Andonia, just kick it. Just kick it down the pitch. Solly March, where you going? You're going the wrong way. Oh no. Duffy, please don't lose it. Dale Stevens. Some decent possession from us, to be fair. We've done well to get out of a sticky situation with West Ham pushed so high up. Solly March is Cueto put in the back of the net. What a finish that was. Cueto is definitely justifying his starting spot in the first 11. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Another counter-attacking goal for us. Solly March switching the player after coming on for Knockyard. And that is just a finish and a half. Fantastic. Lads, we're 3 games in. We haven't conceded. We haven't conceded and we've scored 4 goals. That is absolutely unbelievable. 7 points from our first 3 games in charge is just fantastic. And it's everything to do with keeping the morale up. Now, we're going to please performance. Everybody's buzzing. The morale will be through the roof. Dark greens everywhere. And going into the January transfer window now, I'm far more confident of being able to keep Brighton in this division. We will take a look at the Premier League after that match. And we are in 17th position, out from the bottom 3 already inside 3 games. We've won 2 and drawn 1 since we've took over at the club. It's a bit too easy. So looking forward to the next episode. Do I do the cup games? I tell you what, I will return when the January transfer window opens. And then I will play these 2 matches, but I'll play the Stevenage match. You won't see it, I'll just show you the result. And then we will play Manchester City after that as the live com, and hopefully with some January transfer business intertwined with that. Anyway, if you are enjoying today's video and you're liking the new series, give it a like, get subscribed, and that will be fantastic. But until the next video, take it easy.